Hello, everyone. Today we are taking a look at the Studio Series Gamer Edition number 7 Sideswipe. But before we begin, I'm gonna do a little plug. If you like my content and want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm asking this at the beginning because I know if I ask it at the end, you guys aren't gonna see it. With that out of the way, let's look at Sideswipe. Actually, no. Let's look at Sideswipe's box. It's the Gamer Edition box, so it's got War for Cybertron, you got Sideswipe there, Studio Series Gamer Edition Sideswipe, Hasbro '07, Transformers, on the top, War for Cybertron on the side, Sideswipe on the side, Sideswipe, and the number 7. On the back, you got Sideswipe, 24 steps. Sideswipe infiltrates the Kaon prison to rescue Zeta Prime. You got all your words and all that good crap. So now, with all that out of the way, we can look at Sideswipe himself. And he's interesting. Proportionally, he is a bit odd, with the bulky and wide upper torso contrasted with the slim legs. He looks a bit wonky, but it is something you get used to. I do really like how the wheels actually lock into place on the shoulder, and the fact that they aren't faux parts. That's really nice, because I feel like they could have made those faux parts. One complaint would be the feet, or lack thereof. These are not good. These are literally just planks of plastic with barely any detail. They don't pivot either, but that's for articulation. Let's look at Sideswipe's accessory, according to TF Wiki. Yes, I went on TF Wiki to research this. It's called the Photon Burst Rifle. And from the images I've seen of the Photon Burst Rifle, looks pretty accurate aside from a few missed silver paint apps. It does the Gamer Edition thing of plugging into the arm, and that is really nice. And there is a tab here which will go into that slot on the back, and you can also peg this arm in so the accessories can store on the back. And with the Photon Burst Rifle, I wasn't around during the War for Cybertron era, but I know that Prime in that era was advertised with the Photon Burst Rifle. So now you can give the Photon Burst Rifle to Optimus, and it does look a little disproportionate on Prime, but whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. Speaking of Prime, let's get into those size comparisons, shall we? And first figure we will compare Sideswipe next to will be Optimus. So yeah, he's a tall deluxe, because Prime is a short Voyager, and Sideswipe is a tall deluxe. Definitely taller than 86B, that's for sure. Next up we have the Gamer Edition Cliff Jumper, so you can really see the difference in scale between these two, they both being deluxe class. Gamer Edition is really getting better. Like, this figure's okay, but it's what I'd expect from maybe more of a, like, kind of an Earthspark mainline toys, with slightly more complicated engineering. This is Studio Series. And the same can be said for the Gamer Edition Ratchets. Gamer Edition is really finding its footing now, and it's bringing out some bangers, from Sideswipe to Ratchet, and that Reactivate Bumblebee that they have, that's just a reissue, and however, it does appear they might be faltering in the future with Dev Optimus, but then they got Gamer Edition Ironhide to make up for that. So Gamer Edition is really finding its footing. Next up, we'll compare him next to the two Gamer Edition Decepticons I have. Here we have Megatron, who is also a shorter Voyager, so Sideswipe is relatively tall for a deluxe. And then there is Starscream. So yeah, the scale works. Sideswipe is a very large deluxe. Like, they could upscale this ever so, like, I get why, like, Sideswipe is actually a tad bit heavier than Starscream. I think. I do not have a scale to measure that with. Now we're going to compare this Sideswipe next to G1 Sideswipe, and while there are differences, you can very much tell that these are supposed to be the same guy. Now, transformation. Sideswipe's transformation is absolutely insane. So let's start. Well, one thing I would like to point out, this does not peg in at all on mine, so I just leave the doors unpegged because I do not like that asymmetry. There. So let's get this guy transformed. So we're going to start with the arms. So take this, rotate the bicep so this tab is facing outward, then fold up the hand, do the same on the other side, rotate the bicep, fold up the hand. I completely forgot to do articulation. Oh my god, I completely forgot to put that in script. I'm an idiot. Head, ball joint, can look up, can look down, can tilt, rotate, shoulders, pull a full 360. Although, it is weird because if you can see in there, the shoulder, it's weird. It takes a bit of getting used to with the way the shoulders are built. But it can do that. It can go out to side, bicep rotation, pretty deep bend at the elbow, almost maximum. Inward wrists, or scissor wrists. You get a kind of a waist swivel, but it does unpeg the backpack. But if you bring this up, which honestly is a bit more accurate to the game, because the wheels face up in the game. Not sure why they didn't... They put a stop here, preventing you from pulling that up. I don't know why. But that gets you a unlimited waist swivel. Hips kick forward that far. Back, not at all, unless you bring out the backpack, in which case they go back that far. Go in and out. Thigh rotation. 90 degrees of bend at the knee. Feet go forward. Okay. It's a good thing I caught that when I did. I did not want to miss articulation. So, transformation time. Let's do that again. Let's just get the arms converted because we already know how that works because I already walked you guys through how that works. Next, what we are going to do is we're going to take the back, straighten it out, take the spoiler, and rotate it. Another thing, you can get Sideswipe to hold his gun. The tab that allows it to peg onto his back also allows it to peg there. And then you can remove this spoiler, it's packaged separately, peg it into the gun, and make it like a shield deflector kind of thing. What's the point of writing a script for my videos if I keep forgetting what's in this and what to put in the script? Okay, so I think that's all the unscripted stuff that I have for you guys. And my arms are already tired, so that's just wonderful. Next, you bring out the chest. It is on a triple hinge. It is on a hinge here, and a hinge here, so bring it all the way out. Next, you want to take the arms, focus, and kind of splay them out. So that way, you can take this entire head assembly and bring it back, rotate the head down, collapse it there, take the chest, bring it up on that triple hinge, specifically in this configuration, because you want to lift up these gray little panels, and you want that tab to go into that slot, and this will hug this little strut here. So just get all that lined up, and yeah, when the arms come together... Oh, I never realized there's a tab there and a slot there, but when the arms come together, they'll hug that strut in there. So just get all that pegged together, peg back together, rotate the waist, and yeah, Sideswipe's transformation is complex, especially for Gamer Edition Deluxe. So we're going to unlock the wheels now, just bring these out. Once again, I like how the wheels lock. The legs. Fold up the feet, and that's all you do with them. Take the doors, bring them around. Take these panels, bring them out, and bend the knee. And as you bend the knee, rotate this panel so the flat end is facing the crotch, because then you want to shift that inwards. And there are a lot of tabs here. This hollow piece on the foot will go into that tab, and this slot on the door will go into that tab on the arm. So there's a lot of pegging in to do here. So just peg that in, peg in the door, close up that panel, make sure everything is aligned, do the same thing on the other side. Ba-bam. He compacts very well. Then this is really satisfying. Just bring that down and clip it into place. That is so satisfying. Then these two tabs I think are supposed to peg into these two slots, but they really don't. But these two kind of things that go into these hooks on the doors give it plenty of hold. Although it is forming stress marks. If you can hardly see that, it is forming stress marks on those areas. But with all that said and done, there we have Sideswipe in his alt mode. Now this is cool. I really like that transformation, and the vehicle mode, what it turns into, is very accurate to the game and looks really cool. The rear wheels are pinned on and the front wheels are C-clipped. He does still roll fairly well. However, the feet do push up against the ground sometimes, making him, well, not do that. The feet also splay the rear wheels outward, which is a cool look, that's for sure, but not sure how I feel about it. Yeah. Overall, it is a really, really good alt mode, and compared to other Gamer Edition figures, it is also pretty good. I just looked directly at my light. You got Gamer Edition Prime, this big rig of a truck. You got, where in the name of Primus did I put Cliff Jumper? Oh my god, he's right here. Cliff Jumper. So you can really see the difference in size for these two in both bot mode and alt mode. Come on, Cliff, roll, please. Have all four wheels touch the ground, please. Thank you. Yeah, you can really see the difference in size between these two in alt mode. And personally, I do like Sideswipe's alt mode better than Cliff Jumper. It's just a lot more sleek. Although I do like this just orb. Gamer Edition figures have a... Morph Cybertron figures have a tendency of being computer mouses. I.e. Ratchet. But yeah, these two look really good. These are the two newest Gamer Edition figures I own. They are absolutely cooking with this line now. Like, I love Ratchet and I love Sideswipe. Next up, we have Megatron. And without the fusion cannon, Sideswipe's alt mode is almost as long as Megatron's. So yeah, he's a big deluxe. Starscream, on the other hand, no one can beat Starscream in sheer length. Like, Starscream is long. No one is beating this guy in the length department of alt mode. I don't think even Megatron beats him. Yeah, Megatron doesn't even beat Starscream in length. It might look like it from perspective of the camera, but trust me, he doesn't. And now, the final and most important comparison. This Sideswipe versus the G1 Sideswipe. You can tell these are the same character, but they've done a lot to differentiate this from this, which I really like. Now then, let's transform Sideswipe back into robot mode and get into some final thoughts. It's a really fun figure, even though he looks a bit proportionally wonky. The alt mode is amazing, and the robot mode is okay. Overall, a pretty good figure, and if you see it, I say pick it up. Luckily for y'all, Christmas lands on Wednesday this year, so you'll see one of the things I get on Christmas Day. Or Christmas Eve, because sometimes my family opens presents on Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day. That's how we do it. So you'll see something that I get for Christmas, hopefully 86 Prime. Goodbye and good night, and to all have a Merry Christmas!